welcome to another class of pharmaceutical jurisprudence. Today we will be starting with the administration of the Act and rules, right? So in the administration of Act and rule, we will be studying about the different agencies which are formulated so that the provisions which are laid down in the Drugs and Cosmetic Act are strictly followed by all the people. Basically to make people abide by those rules and regulations, these agencies have been designed, right? So the administration basically is divided into three broad sections, the first being advisory, the second being analytical, and the third being executive, right? So in advisory there are two agencies, the first being the Drugs Technical Advisory Board and the second being Drugs Consultative Committee. In analytical, you have Central Drugs Laboratory, drug control laboratories in different states, and government analyst. Coming to the executive part, in executive you have licensing authority, you have controlling authority, you have drug inspectors, and you have custom collectors, right? So talking about the Drug Technical Advisory Board, its function is to advise the central government and the state government on technical matters which arise out of operation of Drug and Cosmetic Act. Then talking about the Drugs Consultative Committee, its function is to advise the government and the Drug Technical Advisory Board on issues related to the uniform operations of the Act throughout the country. Now, Central Drug Laboratory's function is to analyze the samples which are sent to it by the custom collector or the court and to give report. Drug control laboratories in the state basically has function of analyzing the samples and giving the report which are sent to it by the drug inspector. A licensing authority has the function to issue license for manufacture, sales and distribution. So drug inspector has the function to basically inspect the licensed establishments and assist the licensing authority in implementation of the act. Now the custom collectors, they have the function for the implementation of the act related to the import of a particular drug product. Now today we will be studying about Drug Technical Advisory Board. So Drug Technical Advisory Board is basically a board which is constituted by your central government under the provisions of this particular Drug and Cosmetic Act. It basically has functions to advise the central government and the state government on all the technical matters which are related to Drug and Cosmetic Act. It basically has, responsibility of setting up different guidelines, and it consists of 18 members in all. 8 are ex officio members, 5 are nominated members, and 5 are elected members. So the Drug Technical Advisory Board, in all they have 18 members representing from different areas of pharmacy and medical profession. The 8 ex officio members are basically, the first one being the Director General of Health Services, and this person is the chairman of DTAB. Then Drug Controller of India, the Director of the Central Drug Laboratory which is situated in Calcutta, the Director of the Central Research Institute which is in Kasauli, the Director of the Indian Veterinary Research Institute, the President of the Medical Council of India, the President of the Pharmacy Council of India, and the Director of the Central Drug Research Institute, Lucknow. All these are the 8 members. Now talking about the nominated members, 2 persons are nominated by the central government, and these 2 members are basically in charge of the different drug controls in different states, right? Then 1 person is from a pharmaceutical industry and 2 people are your government analyst. Now coming to the elected members, in elected members there are in all 5 members. So first one is a teacher in pharmacy or in pharmaceutical chemistry or pharmacognosy who is a staff in any university, Indian university basically, or a college which is affiliated to Pharmacy Council of India. Then a teacher in medicine or therapeutics on the staff of again any Indian university or a college which is affiliated to Medical Council of India. Then 1 pharmacologist should be there who is elected by the governing body of the Indian Council of Medical Research. Now 1 person is elected by the Council of the Central Medical Association, 1 person to be elected by the Council of the Indian Pharmaceutical Association, that is IPA. So the nominated as well as the elected members who are a member of Drug Technical Advisory Board, they hold the office for a period of 3 years and they are also eligible for re-election or re-nomination. Now the board, that is Drug Technical Advisory Board, they may constitute a subcommittee and they may appoint subcommittee members for the same period, meaning that those members, they will hold the office for a period of 3 years only. So thank you so much, dear students. This was all in today's lecture. Today we studied about the Drug Technical Advisory Board. If you have any queries, any doubt in today's lecture, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much once again for giving your time.